hey, if you're looking to start a laundromat empire and you need a set of financial projections for a potential investor or a lender to help you finance your first laundromat or maybe your 10th laundromat, then you've come to the right place because we have developed a robust financial projection template built specifically for laundromats. And I'm going to walk you through how to use this template here today. It's going to be really useful as you're trying to raise capital to help grow this business. So first of all, though, my name is Adam Hoeksema. I'm the co-founder of ProjectionHub, which we have been helping thousands of entrepreneurs every year for the last decade create financial projections for potential investors and lenders. And so again, today I'm focused on this laundromat template that we've developed. I'm going to put a link to this template in the description of the video below. So if you don't already have it, you can go grab it there. Also at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to get a coupon code to get a discount on this template if you think it's going to end up being a good fit for your business. So with that, let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so we're kind of starting here with the end in mind. This is kind of the end of the process of creating projections for your laundromat. You're going to get this nice profit and loss at a glance table, some different graphs and charts, some key per unit and per laundromat data, use of startup funds, different charts here as well. You're also going to get a 5-year cash flow summary, a 5-year income statement summary, and a 5-year balance sheet summary, as well as the income statement, cash flow, and balance sheet all broken down by month. So you get that monthly level detail as well if you need it. All right, so this is kind of the end in mind, but we're going to need to do a little work to be able to get to this deliverable. So we're going to jump back to the beginning here with our input assumptions. I'm going to show you how to fill this out. So let's say, hey, we're going to have to put in some personal investment to get this off the ground, $150,000. Let's say we're also going to have a vehicle that we're going to buy, so a company vehicle. And then here is where we can enter our different laundromats. So this has the ability to enter in multiple laundromats here. So we've got 4 laundromats entered in here, and we're saying a 40-unit laundromat, a 70-unit, and then 2 100-unit laundromats. And we're considering a unit as like the number of washers and dryers that you have. All right, so you can categorize them as small, medium, or large facility. We'll have the cost here. So this would be the cost of the leasehold improvements that you need to make to the property. So let's say you're just leasing space, but you had to make some improvements, and then you have to pay for the equipment, the washers and dryers for the facility. Now, if you are purchasing the building or constructing the building for the laundromat, you'd want to not only do the leasehold, it wouldn't really be leasehold improvements, it'd be the building construction plus the equipment. That's the price that you'd want to put in here. But for these examples, I'm assuming that you're renting space from a landlord and you're just paying for the equipment and leasehold improvements. You have an expected useful life for the equipment and the salvage cost, kind of what you can sell the equipment at scrap once its useful life is over. Now, we also are assuming here, so we can pick what month we're going to purchase or lease the property. So basically, when are we going to be opening these different properties? So month 1, month 11, month 23, and month 35 for each of those different facilities. And we can pick how much we are going to finance. So what I've done is I've assumed the price of the leasehold improvements and equipment cost times 0.7 or 70%. So we're assuming that you're going to have to put in 30% as your equity into the deal, and that a lender would finance 70% of that cost at an 8% rate over 84 months. All right, so that's how you'd want to enter those numbers in. All right, and so once you've done that, what you'll want to do next is come to the Input Revenue tab, and it's going to pre-populate those different facilities in here, and then you'll see, you zoom in a little bit, okay, so what's the first month that this will be open? So in the previous tab, we said, well, we're getting access to the property in month 1, but it's going to take us a couple months to actually open. So we're saying first month open is month 3, and what you can see up here is we basically just said, from the month that the facility was kind of acquired, we're just adding 2 months to be the open month. We can put in the number of washer dryer units per property. And then we want to know, what is the maximum revenue per unit per month? So if these washers and dryers are being used kind of at their capacity, how much revenue per unit per month could you generate? So let's say $600 in this example, and we're saying our utilization rate is 70%. Then based on the fact that, hey, we've got, what this is going to do is say, hey, we've got 40 units times 600 a month times a 70% utilization rate gives us our monthly revenue for that particular facility. And then we'll say, hey, we're going to have some utility costs in what we did. I did some research and found that, according to industry survey, the average laundromat spends about 22% of revenue on utilities. And so what we did is we just multiplied the monthly revenue times 0.22, 22%, to come up with our utility cost per month. You can also have insurance cost per month for the property, for the whole laundromat as a whole. Maintenance cost per month, we assumed a 5% maintenance cost per month, and property taxes at 2%, and other costs per month. So again, these expenses could vary for your particular situation. So you want to do your own research and get those numbers in as close to what you actually expect to happen as possible. Now we can come to our input other expenses. This would be our operating expenses tab, where we can put in things like, hey, we're going to have accounting, which we don't want to categorize as marketing. We want to categorize that as general admin. And we assume, hey, we're going to have some accounting cost for each property each month. So this is saying $200 per month per property for accounting. And we're going to do some advertising for the laundromat too. So we'll have advertising per property per month of $400. So you can kind of get the idea. Also, you may have some just fixed expenses that are not on a per property basis, or maybe not on a percentage of revenue basis either. They are a specific fixed dollar amount. So office supplies, $50 a month or something like that. You might also have some expenses that are a percentage of revenue. And so you might expect, hey, rather than going in and putting in individual employees, individual assumptions about employees for each laundromat, we're just going to say, hey, we know on average for kind of our hourly workers that are just, kind of overseeing the laundromat there on a day-to-day basis, that's going to cost us about 10% of our revenue. And so we just select percentage of revenue and then put that in as 0.1. That'd be 10% of total revenue for labor cost. Now, for salaried positions, we might want to put in actual salaried positions. And so we have the salaries tab. We can enter in, let's say we have one regional manager that's kind of overseeing all of the laundromats. Now, let's say we started out as the regional manager ourselves when we just had one unit, but as we started adding more units here in month 13, you can pick what month you want the salary position to start. So we said in month 13, we hired this regional manager. You can enter in their salary, their benefits, starting month, the number of that particular employee, and what you expect their annual raise to be. Once you've done that, you're back to where we started, back to our at a glance. So thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Like I had mentioned, we have a discount code that you can access. So you'll go down into the description of the video below. There'll be a link to a form. Fill out that form, and we're going to send you our most up-to-date coupon code that you'll be able then to use at checkout. So when you're checking out to purchase the template, just put in that coupon code and you'll get a discount applied for that. So if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out at support@projectionhub.com, and we'd be happy to help. Thanks.